Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Please all be seated.
My dear brothers and sisters, we are now on our Thursday of our TRIDUUM Mass. In honor of Our Lady, in honor of Our Lady of Lourdes, the feast which we'll celebrate tomorrow. And for the past few days, our Gospel speaks about law on purification, on purity. And Jesus made it so clear, and it has deepened the understanding of purity, in which he said, "Hear me, all of you, and understand, nothing that enters one from outside can defile that person, but the things that come out from within are what defile. What comes out of the man, that is what defiles him. From within the man, from his heart, come evil thoughts, unchastity, theft, murder, adultery, greed, malice, deceit, licentiousness, envy, blasphemy, arrogance, folly. All these evils come from within and they defile." Which, my dear brothers and sisters, Jesus presents to his disciples, and especially the Pharisees and the scribes, that purity of the heart is really what is important. It's not just external purity. It's not just external purification or cleanliness, but it is actually the purity of one's heart, in which Jesus said, declared that all foods are clean. Wala pong pagkain nakakarumi. Bagkus ang marumi ang galing ay kung ano pong nanggagaling sa ating namumutawi sa ating bunganga na nilalaman ng ating kalooban at puso. Because the purity of heart is leading us to see the goodness of God. A person whose heart is so pure will always look at things in the goodness of God, which is true. Kapag ang nilalaman ng ating kalooban, nilalaman ng ating puso ay kabutihan, katotohanan, at higit sa lahat, busilak ang ating puso. Tayo po'y lagi, we see always the good things, the goodness of God. My dear brothers and sisters, that is why we are once again reminded today by our gospel that Jesus Christ looks more intently to the very heart of the person and the purity of man's heart. I think this is really what is important, because we see that in human relationship, sometimes we are actually convinced, we are actually easily enticed with things that we see, words that we hear, the externalities of life. But more often, we fail to realize that let us be more discerning of what we see and what we hear. Because the most important is that we have to know the very heart of a person. If the heart of the person is so pure, the goodness of that person is so real and authentic and genuine. If we have the purity of heart, we know that God bless us all the more And we know that all our endeavors also will be blessed by God. This is what we are praying. Let us not be like scribes and Pharisees, which is trying to live in deception. But let us be more genuine in our words and actions. We see that a person whose heart is so pure will always have the goodness of God. But we know that the goodness of a person, if that is genuine and real, will have a byproduct, will have the byproduct and end product, and that this will always be the goodness of God prevails. Amen.
Please stand.
For Christians, there is